I'm Dan Morris, you're watching Bosun Dan Bushcraft, and today we have a proper treat for you. This was going to be a video actually out in the woods, but unfortunately I have a list of little videos to do from the garage for other little things. We won't go into what they are because that's not really that relevant right now. What is relevant is what we have for you today, and it is another paraffin appliance. And we're going to have a cookout in the garage, of all things. I don't think we've done that yet on this channel. And what we have for you is the Valour Minor Boiling Stove. Dun, 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 the number 64. Stunning little thing this is. So prepare to feast your eyes. It even came in its original box, which is beautiful. Feast your eyes on this charming little champion of a heater. Put that box somewhere nice and safe. Oh, look at this stunning little thing. It's got a lovely little viewing window to get in there to light it. The whole thing just, it's a bit stiff, but it does twist off, or at least it should twist off. It has twisted off, it did it the other day. There we go. Got all the lovely little mechanism. I should have said, oh, look at this for an unboxing video. All the lovely little mechanism and everything there. Usual Valour quality. For best results, use SO Blue. Don't even think you still get SO Blue anymore. Nice, a big tank. It's another one that's got the hollow air drawer underneath there. And this lovely floating sort of wick topper there. Very clean as well. Whoever's this was, they have either looked after it very well or simply not bothered using the thing. But as I've said before with these videos, a lot of people have these, and you know, they'll have these and won't ever really use them. They'll keep them for emergencies. Now, as always with these things, they are almost never, if ever, date stamped. I have no idea what year exactly this is from. It could be as early as the 50s all the way up to maybe, they could even be in production today. I honestly can't tell you. This one, age-wise, I wouldn't expect that this would be more than 30 years old by the condition, but that doesn't mean anything. It could indeed be a heck of a lot older, and it's just been well looked after, left in its box in a kitchen cupboard where it's dry. But unfortunately, with these paraffin appliances, they never really date stamped them. There's a lot of them that I get my hands on that don't even have ID badges or any even company names on them. Depends on exactly how they were produced and who they were produced for. This one, though, we do at least know is a Valour Minor, and we do also here have the Valour Junior, which is a slightly larger heater that lives in the weight training shed next door. Interestingly enough, pretty much all of these Valour appliances actually use the same wick as well, which keeps things nice and simple. But this, the Valour Minor, is much smaller than the Junior, which is kind of cute. Now this, just like the Junior, the Minor is a yellow flame heater, and I was playing with it the other day, and you can just about make it blue flame, but that seems to be really pushing it sort of beyond what it wants to do. So we'll just get it lit and shut the cowl back on. Obviously you can light it through the little doorway there with a long match. I haven't got any long matches, so we'll just get it running nice and calm, and we'll chuck this back on. Now the best thing about this one for a tabletop stove is look at that absolutely charming little viewing window. Imagine sat there boiling yourself a brew on that, and that's your view, is that charming little window. Now, it does call itself the boiling stove. It says the Valour Minor Boiling Stove. It also says always use Valour wicks, which I do. for all of mine, the Junior, the twin Vectors that I've got, I haven't shown any, we haven't done anything with the Vectors just yet. They live in the garage either end, and they actually are the heating for this garage. They're technically part of the collection, but they are the actual heaters for in here, the two Vectors. And believe it or not, the Vector, even though it's a much larger heating unit, the Vector uses the same wick as well. So that is nicely warming up. I can just twiddle it a little more. You see what I mean? If you go up a bit more, it does go into a sort of blue flame, but then if you overcook it, it goes back. So you can get it to blue flame, but then it seems just as happy and totally smell free when it's running yellow flame. So I guess there's kind of options depending on exactly what it is you're doing with it. But today we're cooking with it, and that is kicking out some serious serious warmth. So I'm just going to leave it, let it warm a little bit more, and get myself some equipment. So I bet you're all keen to know what it is we are cooking today. Well, it's actually venison rump steaks, freshly acquired from Shucker's Farm Butchers, and I can't wait. I am very hungry. I've not eaten anything today. Oh, look at that venison. Got the old iron skillet pan that you've seen in a few videos, and we're just letting that warm up now. I want it warm because I kind of want it to have that sizzle as I throw it in. So, chief ingredient with venison, because venison can be a little bit of a dry meat, so there's not much fat in venison. So a chief ingredient, a jolly good old wedge of butter. Oh yes, look at that. I'll tell you what though, before I do, scrape a bit of this out of this pan. Oops. I've buttered my knife handle. Can't have a slippy knife handle. Oh yes. Oh, all the oil is melting, and don't know if you can hear that on the GoPro. Look at that. The butter is melting really well, which is good because it's only actually, that's been running now about what, 2 minutes. I know there's a screen skip, but I literally just went over there and grabbed my pan and stuff. So listen at that, beautiful. Should we tease a little more heat? There we go. Don't want to overdo it. I don't want it carboning itself up at all. So that is melting away beautifully. Delightful. Let's have a look then. It says rump steak, but it's more like a rump slab. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's the noise we want. Now, I am going to have to save a lump of this for my son. He will not be happy if I eat all the deer on my own. He's rather partial to a bit of deer. Oh, that noise! And of course, even though it's not, there's an old filthy towel. This pink towel is the pink towel I did the easy chair with. It still has all the 550 paracord tied to it and everything. And we also have our rather grubby looking pot of woodland Wodobo that I take out with me all the time. This is my modified Wodobo. I have actually chucked garlic, black pepper and a few other things into it just to give it a bit of extra kick. I like quite a bit of pepper. Oh, smell that. And although the smell definitely isn't going to come through the camera, it is absolutely gorgeous smell. Look at that. Ooh. Come and have a look at this. Please don't judge me for the state of this pan. I use it all the time, and I don't really. You don't wash iron pans. You just scrape the crud out and throw it in the bin. And I haven't scraped it for a while, so it's a bit grubby. But look at that. Wow, steam coming off it, bubbles. It's doing the job. Obviously, though, the heat is very centralised. Wow, no, it's coming out there and all. Whoa, that's roasting. Ooh, so the whole pan's getting hot. Whoa. Which is funny because this pan, and I use this pan a lot on the Primus stove that I've shown in another video, and it takes it ages for the handle to actually get too hot to touch, whereas that's already getting warm. This thing's really beasting some heat out. All around the sides as well. And to be fair, when I'm cooking on it with the pan on the top, it's as good of a heater as it is a stove. That is delicious, look at that. Oh, that smell. This is a friend of mine said to me the other day, like, oh, you haven't done a cooking video in ages. I'm like, all right. What a scene, a classic stove, steaming away. I'm just turning out, I'm not flipping them over yet, I'm literally just sort of turning them round where they sit, just to make sure that, because you know, all stoves and pans and stuff, you tend to get hot spots in the pans. So just to avoid that, I'm just going to keep turning them around. We're not doing the other side just yet. Now, to some people, this might seem like a strange thing to be doing. Like, you know, you can imagine someone messaging right now, what are you doing, matey? I am actually having a cookout in the garage with a classic paraffin stove, and I'm cooking some deer. Alright then, Dan. Although, to be fair, for most of the people who know me, I'm just going to score the meat a little bit, just to let all the butter juice and seasonings get in there. To anyone who knows me, though, if I'd said that I was doing this, they wouldn't think it was weird at all. They'd be like, that's perfectly normal for Dan. Especially because I've got another 40-ounce Steakosaurus waiting in the freezer. That's going to the woods, that is. Oh, this is just too nice. Wow. You can even taste the garlic in that. Beautiful. Woo! Right, so I can just about see the heat creeping up the side here. I'm going to flip it over. I don't know about you guys, but I like all of my meat slightly rare. Well, with the exception of pork and chicken. We've addressed this before on this channel. You don't mess about with raw pork or chicken. It'll make you very, very, very sick. Potentially fatally sick. Alright, so I'm just going to score up this backside. Have a look at it. Now we shake a bit of adobo in. Look at that. Oh, come and have a look at this. You don't know what you're missing. Look at that. Beautiful. There's a little pinky bit like just sticking up. Oh. Delicious. That is making me absolutely starving. Even this cute little window as well. So it's literally been about 10 minutes now, and that is going to be done to as much as my taste requires, as I like it a little on the rare side. So, look at that. Oh dear. We treat ourselves very well. Is that? Yes. Oh no. I need, sorry. Only burn myself once or twice. I'm going to pinch a bit of that juice and use that as sauce. Ow! Hot, 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 hot. And I'm going to give it just a little bit more Wadobo. Bosun Dan's modified Wadobo. Like that. Beautiful. Yes. Now then, let's have a go at that. Where shall we go first? Oh. Look at that. This is the real reason why I don't go to restaurants. I don't eat out anywhere. And I'll never ring for a takeaway. Because so few of them have the option of butter fried venison or ox heart or any of the other weird stuff I eat. They don't have that cooked in Wadobo. I genuinely have no words. I've knocked it out of the ballpark. Look at that. Mmm. All cooked. This stuff that I've mixed up is beautiful. I think the secret to any spice is actually black pepper and a bit of garlic. A tickle of garlic in it. Beautiful. Although you have to be careful with pork and garlic. It doesn't always work very good. My. Come have a look at this. Oh. And the sauce is exceptional. Although, I must admit that pan does have like the memory of 1,000 animals and steaks and things that have been cooked in it, so that does add to the flavour exponentially. Right guys, I'll be back to you in a minute. I'm going to scoff this. Beautiful. Oh, perfectly cooked as well. Well, for my taste, perfectly cooked. Let's have a go at this little piece. Splash. It's all up the side of Matilda now. Oh. Somebody needs to open up a fast food restaurant that does this sort of thing. So we don't need burgers and chips and all that nonsense. You should be able to go through a drive-through and order a slab of Wadoboed venison. I'd go. That is absolutely gorgeous. Go. That was absolutely exceptional. And now I'm looking at the big steak I saved for Jack and thinking, he wouldn't even know. A bit mean-spirited, wouldn't it? I know he loves the deer. That was fantastic. I couldn't be more pleased with that. Don't do that. It's quick, efficient. I mean, as cooking stoves go, that's bleeding brilliant, isn't it? I mean, imagine if you had more of a permanent campsite, 2 of them, you've got a full cooker. Fantastic. And as you can imagine, for how long it took it to cook up them fairly large lumps of deer, it's going to run for ages on one tank. You're going to get like over a week of cooking out of it before you even think about putting any more fuel in it. Excuse me. I couldn't be more impressed with the sweet little thing, to be honest. Yesterday's technology outperforming quite a lot of today's technology. And again, I get it, it's a bit bulky, but paraffin appliances don't randomly explode in your face like gas bottles do. And unlike gas bottles and stuff, you know how much fuel you've got, and it's easier to carry a little bottle of juice around with you. This isn't a picnicking stove, I appreciate. It's not a backpacking stove. Small camper projects, boats, things like that, this would be ideal, or just kept in a kitchen cupboard for when the lights go out. Power cuts happen. This is your boy. Boil your water, cook your steak. You got coffee and a steak, you're already a rich man. What more can you ask for? Fantastic little thing. Obviously as well, you can turn it down to really low heat and get those really slow boils and things depending on what you're doing. It'd stew up quite nicely. I mean, it addresses itself as a boiling stove, and it clearly does. I just want to like get a straw in that juice and be like, I feel my mouth watering talking about. I know, it's like, do you usually drink the juice out of the bottom of a pan? Yes I do. Hello. Oh. So many cooks in one pan. Absolutely beautiful. If I ate bread, which I don't, but if I did, I'd be all on that. It's all over my trousers. Stop it, Dan, you're being a pig. So then, excuse me, after having a jolly little garage cook, that is the Valour Miner stove. If you can hunt one down, by all means, you will not be disappointed with it. That is a fantastic little cooking stove. If you check the video on the Junior, which I was using it more as the heater because it is a heater, but that also has a boiling top on it, and if I remember rightly, we did make a coffee on that. At some point I'm going to get some other steak. I'm going to go into the weight training shed next door, and we're going to cook in there too, and see what the Junior actually performs like as a cooker. I would imagine it would be very similar, if not just a tiny bit slower, just on the account that the chimney's quite a bit higher on the Junior than the Miner, just because it's designed as a room heater more than a cooking stove. This does say on it that it's not sold as a heating appliance. In fact, it says right here, Heating Appliances Fire Guards Act 1952, Valour boiling stoves and pressure stoves are not sold as heating appliances, consequently are not within the provisions of the above act or the regulations made thereunder. Basically what that means is if you use one of these as an area heater, Valour aren't going to really be interested, or wouldn't have been interested, if you set the place aflame, because they've said it's for boiling water and cooking on, not for using as a room heater. But we all know that's just a get out of jail free card. If it runs stably as a heater, as a cooker like that, it's going to run stable as a heater. If you get it wrong and burn your house down, I'm not paying for that. So it's up to you what you do with that information. But I personally would be just as happy using that as a little heater inside of your room, or anywhere you needed a little heater, garage, shed. But with any heater, you don't leave them unattended. I mean, let's be totally honest. You wouldn't go and leave an electric bar heater, or, you know, I can't remember what they're called now, but the little electric radiator convection heaters. You wouldn't just leave them unattended and wander off with them on. Anything like that can go wrong. So the same attitude with these, as they've got live flames. If something falls on them, it would catch fire. Bit of common sense and you'd be amazed what you can do. For the fume crew, because I know there's a lot of people out there that just love waffling about fumes though, the fumes, shut up, just shut up, I'm not even getting into it. People still drop comments on me hobo bucket heater about me bringing it in the garage to test the heat. Charcoal's that, just give it a rest. Charcoal is not that dangerous, otherwise everyone having a barbecue would be on the floor. Just health and safety patrol, take the day off, will you? It's just silly. Yeah, we all know not to set things on fire inside of us houses and sit breathing it. I don't think 5 seconds of a charcoal bucket's really going to do me any harm. But you know what they're like. There's always that one person who sees something they can complain about and likes to. But that is the Valour Minor in all its beautiful many shade of green glory. And that is all from Bosun Dan on this video, and I will catch you on the next one. So as always, guys, get out there, get bushcrafting, get having fun, get finding quirky little stoves to cook yourself some steak on. Above all, be safe, and I shall catch you on the next one. I'm off through the invisible doorway.